Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not just talking, he truly means business. This man puts in the effort and keeps himself organized, so he's likely to climb high in his career. He's sometimes hard to get close to because he shuts people out when stressed.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong, he struggles to bounce back smoothly. He's quick to get upset, and you might see him lose his temper or go silent for a while. He tries to fix everything fast, but his frustration can spill out in harsh words or cold behavior.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work usually respect him for his brain power and how hard he works, but many find it hard to warm up to him. He isn't very friendly or polite, so you might hear stories of tense moments or sharp arguments with coworkers. When he disagrees, he doesn't hold back. Sometimes he may raise his voice or say things that hurt.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He may find it hard to feel genuinely happy for you if you shine in your career. Deep down, your success could make him feel uneasy or even threatened, as he likes being in control and top of his game. There's a chance he may snap at you or make unhappy comments if he feels left behind.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's likely to feel hurt and resentful, even if he doesn't say it outright. He's very competitive and wants to be the leader. So, your bigger paycheck might bruise his ego. He won't handle this quietly. Expect some tension and maybe arguments.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's quite careful with money and likes to keep things organized. So, spending without thinking isn't his style. You'll notice he tracks expenses, plans ahead, and avoids waste. He doesn't like surprises with finances. So, joint money work needs clear plans.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. You won't catch him showing off or buying things just to impress others. If something is out of budget, he will say no without feeling embarrassed.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He tends to be tight with both money and his mindset. He's careful about how much he spends and doesn't easily give things away, even to people close to him. You might notice he rarely splurges or surprises you with big gifts.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and honest about money, preferring clear plans and transparency. You won't catch him hiding purchases or keeping secrets about what he earns or spends. He likes to talk things through and will tell you how much he has, where it's going, and what the priorities are.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He strongly believes in fairness and order, so he thinks housework should be shared between both partners. You won't see him sitting idle or saying it's only a woman's job. While he can be strict and set high standards, he won't force all the work on you.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will definitely roll up his sleeves and help with chores and diapers, not just stand aside and watch. You'll see him getting involved, making sure everything is done properly and on time. He likes things to be organized, so he may even remind you about routines or instructions.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he's more interested in showing that he's right than really listening to your side. He's quick to argue his point and can be stubborn, especially when he feels strongly about something. This can make it hard for you to feel heard or supported.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he might say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. He isn't always careful with his words, and his temper can lead to shouting or sharp, stinging comments that leave you feeling bad. Sometimes he might storm out or just shut down and stop talking altogether.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry very quickly, and this is something you should not ignore. His fast temper can lead to harsh words, sudden arguments, or cold silences, even over small things. It's wise to notice these patterns now and think carefully before moving forward.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
It's very hard for him to say sorry and take responsibility when things go wrong. More often, he will blame you, point out your mistakes, or try to justify his actions instead of admitting fault. If taking blame or apologizing is important to you, be ready. This could become a big struggle in your relationship.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to fully respect your boundaries and understand that no means no. He likes things his way and can be stubborn, so sometimes he might push or argue when you set limits. If you say no to something, especially in moments where he feels strongly or wants control, he could get upset or try to persuade you instead of backing off immediately. You'll need to be clear and firm about your boundaries so he knows you mean it.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may feel rejected or hurt, and this could lead to sharp comments or him becoming distant for a while. If this happens often, he may even push harder or argue about it, making you feel guilty or pressured.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You should be cautious because he might not always handle private moments with care. If a fight or argument happens, there's a chance he could bring up things you shared in confidence or use them to make a point, even if it embarrasses or hurts you. He doesn't always think about how words affect feelings in the heat of the moment.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally faithful and not easily distracted by other women. His strong focus and self discipline keep him committed to his goals and routines, so wandering from the relationship isn't really his style. While you may not get grand gestures, you can count on honesty and a commitment to staying true.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He can be quite possessive, showing jealousy and a need for control, especially if he feels his position is threatened. You may notice him wanting to know where you are or who you talk to, and getting upset if things don't go his way. If he gets suspicious easily, arguments about trust can pop up often.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, his protective nature is more about control than genuine care. He might act like he's looking out for you, setting rules, making decisions, or checking on you, but deep down, it's his way of staying in charge. Remember, real protection lifts you up and keeps you safe, not trapped or small.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and will step in to help manage things, not just leave it all to you. He likes routines and clear roles, so you'll often find him organizing tasks and expecting both of you to follow the plan. Sometimes his help may feel more like supervision, and his strictness might be tiring.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper instead of staying calm. He expects things to be done right, so mistakes or emotional outbursts can make him angry or impatient. This can be tough for the kids, who might feel scared to share their feelings or admit their mistakes.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your role as a mother and value your hard work at home. But it may be harder for him to fully support you as your own person with your own dreams and independence. He can be strict and focused on routines. So sometimes your personal needs or interests might come second to family responsibilities. If you want to grow in other areas like work, hobbies, or friendships, you'll need to speak up and set clear boundaries.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he could be the kind of man who seems to support your career now, but might expect you to quit or step back after having a child. He likes routines and clear roles, so the idea of you focusing mostly on the home and children could matter more to him than keeping your job. Remember, your choices deserve respect every step of the way.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to treat your parents with basic politeness, but real warmth may be missing. You'll notice that he keeps interactions practical and respectful, following proper manners without going out of his way to make them feel loved or cared for. If your parents hope for warmth or closeness, they may feel a bit left out. He is more likely to expect your family to change for him than to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family causes stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He can get frustrated quickly, raise his voice, or react sharply when things don't go his way. Small family issues can turn into bigger fights if he feels challenged or annoyed.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to be modern with you in private, but expect you to act like a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, you may have freedom to speak your mind or dress how you like, but during family events, he may want you to follow customs, show respect, and fit into expected roles. You might feel extra pressure to act or look a certain way just to keep up appearances.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is likely to stay out of it or even side with his family instead of supporting you. He feels more comfortable when things follow his family's way and may avoid taking a clear stand for you during arguments or stress. Otherwise, you may often have to face family challenges on your own.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He does have qualities of a mummy's boy and will find it very hard to choose your side in a conflict with his mother. When disagreements come up, his loyalty is usually with her, and he may expect you to compromise or adapt to keep the peace. This can leave you feeling unsupported and alone during important moments.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share many details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He finds it easier to talk to his family, especially when he's upset or facing problems. This means your private matters may not stay just between you two, and you might feel exposed or judged by others.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, This guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man means life is full of structure, strict routines, and high standards every single day. He works hard, expects things to be done a certain way, and has little patience for mistakes or mess.